Mob City is an American neo-noir crime drama television series created by Frank Darabont for TNT. It is based on real-life accounts of the LAPD and gangsters in 1940s Los Angeles as chronicled in John Buntin's book L.A. Noir: The Struggle for the Soul of America's Most Seductive City. The series premiered on December 4, 2013. On February 10, 2014, TNT cancelled Mob City. In Germany, the series was released via Polyband on July 2, 2015. However, there are no known plans to release the series on home video in the US. Synopsis. Mob City is based on a true story of a conflict that lasted decades between the Los Angeles Police Department and ruthless criminal elements led by Bugsy Siegel, who was in charge of the Los Angeles Mafia operations. The series is a crime drama set in Los Angeles during 1947, with brief visits to the 1920s to show background information. The so-called noir period in LA was a time of flashy cars, newly minted movie stars, and new beginnings. However, it was also a time of lies and corruption. Half of the LAPD was led by the mafia families with the assist of money, and there were huge loopholes in the system, which the mob were taking advantage of. Cast and characters. Main cast: John Bernthal as Joe Teague, a former U.S. Marine Corps Master Gunnery Sergeant and Guadalcanal campaign veteran caught in the conflict between Parker and Cohen. Milo Ventimiglia as Ned Stacks, a lawyer and fixer for Cohen, who also fought alongside Teague in the war. Neil McDonough as William H. Parker, a captain in the LAPD bent on taking down the mob. Alexa Davalos as Jasmine Fontaine, a beautiful woman working as a photographer at Cohen's nightclub. Jeffrey D. Munn as Hal Morrison, the detective at the head of the LAPD's new mob squad. Robert Knepper as Sid Rothman, a mobster working closely with Cohen and Siegel, based on Cohen's hitman Harold "Harry" Rothman. Jeremy Luke as Mickey Cohen, the most dangerous mobster in Los Angeles. Gregory Itzon as Fletcher Bowron, the mayor of Los Angeles. Edward Burns as Bugsy Siegel, one of the most infamous mobsters in Los Angeles. Recurring cast: Dana Gould as Tug Purcell, a member of Morrison's mob squad. John Polono as Pat Dolan, a member of Morrison's mob squad and Mike's partner. Daniel Roebuck as Nick Bledsoe, a member of Morrison's mob squad and Tug's partner. Andrew Rothenberg as Eddie Sanderson, a member of Morrison's mob squad and a friend of Joe's. Richard Brake as Terry Mandel, Rothman's right-hand man. Iddo Goldberg as Leslie Shermer, a man involved in Hecky's blackmail. Mike Haggerty as Fat Jack Bray, an older member of Morrison's mob squad. Michael McGrady as Clements B. Horrell, the chief of the LAPD. Gordon Clapp as Carl Steckler, a former employee of Cohen's. Jeremy Strong as Mike Hendry, a member of Morrison's mob squad that butts heads with Joe. Paul Ben Victor as Jack Dragner, a mobster and rival of Cohen's. Mekhi Cox as Anya, the head bartender at one of Bunny's bars. James Hebert as Miles Hewitt, a lieutenant in the LAPD. Guest stars: Simon Pegg as Hecky Nash, a stand-up comic with blackmail against the mob. Ernie Hudson as Bunny, a mobster who owns nightclubs across Central Avenue. Patrick Fischler as Meyer Lansky, a mobster and an associate of Siegel. Production. Development. The project was first announced in January 2012, under the title L.A. Noir. When asked about details concerning the show, Darabont said various cultures, such as those of African Americans and Hispanics, would likely be explored, and he was interested in expanding upon already touched upon aspects from Buntin's book. Darabont also commented on the general nature of his project, explaining he wanted to avoid its coming off as a docudrama while still staying true to the book. Part of the way to doing that required inserting fictional characters into the timeline. The series was picked up for 6 episodes in October 2012. In January 2013, the title was changed to Lost Angels, as the original title was considered too similar to that of the video game L.A. Noire. In August 2013, the title was changed again to Mob City. Casting: John Bernthal was the first to be officially cast. After 1 month of negotiations, he was officially cast as the lead. Following after him were Milo Ventimiglia, Jeremy Strong, Neil McDonough, and in a guest role Simon Pegg. Alexa Davalos was cast as the female lead, after which 2 more cast members were announced: Jeffrey Deman and Andrew Rothenberg. Both of the latter previously worked with Bernthal and Darabont in The Walking Dead. Following the 6-episode order, Pillar Vitale and Gregory Itzin were confirmed to star. Thomas Jane, who starred in Darabont's film The Mist, was in talks to join the show in the role of famous mobster Bugsy Siegel. Edward Burns was later cast in the role of Siegel, instead of Jane. Jeremy Luke was confirmed to be playing the legendary mobster Mickey Cohen in June 2013. Robert Nepper confirmed that he had been cast in a recurring role in the series, but at the time his role was unknown. Before filming of the rest of the series began, Nepper was promoted to a series regular, as Sid Rothman, a mobster working for Cohen. Ernie Hudson was cast in a recurring role as a mobster nicknamed Bunny, in June 2013. Filming, according to guest star Simon Pegg, filming for the pilot began on May 10, 2012 and wrapped shortly after sunset on May 25, 2012. The rest of the series started filming in June 2013 and ended in late August of the same year. While the pilot was shot on 35mm film, the balance of the series was shot digitally. Darabont, a proponent of film who described himself as one of the last holdouts, was sufficiently impressed with the approximation to film that digital had come to be able to accomplish. Changes were made to the original pilot due to the lengthy time span between production and the series proper, as well as to better establish series regulars. A new prologue from Prohibition-era New York was conceived, introducing the characters of Bugsy Siegel, Sid Rothman, and Meyer Lansky, which becomes contextualized in the finale. The pilot originally began with a flashback introducing young Mickey Cohen and William Parker. This was moved to the 2nd episode, a new scene at a church, which introduced the character of Leslie Shermer and further expanded Sid Rothman's role, was also incorporated into the premiere. Some characters from the pilot were also recast. Gregory Itzin replaced Ron Rifkin as the mayor of Los Angeles, and Mechia Cox replaced Pillar Vitale as Bunny's Jungle Club bartender Anya. A production still from the pilot featuring Vitale was used prominently in the show's online marketing despite her absence in the show episodes. Reception. Critical reception. Mob City received generally positive reviews from critics. On Rotten Tomatoes, the series has a rating of 66%, based on 47 reviews, with an average rating of 6.6/10. The site's critical consensus reads, Frank Darabont's love letter to classic noir, Mob City, is like a gorgeous gangster mole. Its facade feels a bit too familiar, but everything's in the right place and it's stunning to look at. On Metacritic, the series has a score of 63 out of 100, based on 33 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. Accolades. Legacy. Though the show did not find commercial success, TNT chief Michael Wright defended the decision to green-light the series in a 2014 interview, commenting that Mob City was a chance. It didn't draw the audience, but I'd do it again tomorrow. In 2015, TNT premiered another serialized period crime drama, Public Morals, which was developed by Mob City recurring actor Edward Burns. Burns was partially inspired by the positive relationship that Darabont had with TNT on Mob City to do the project with the network. The series shares other actors with Mob City, including Neil McDonough and Robert Nepper.